We have some programming in Niger, and to do that, you just don't come and say, okay, we want to talk about gender equality. So one of the methods that we used was to work through the Village Savings and Loans Associations, VSLAs. And so the idea is really to use a savings-led microfinance scheme. So not really giving money to the people, but creating a dynamic where you have usually women that are brought together, once a week, and each of them saves money, and then can get small loans during the year to invest in businesses, in their children's education, in their family's health, in buying livestock, etc., that will then have higher benefit for the family. And by doing that, we realized that this platform, beyond just giving women some, empowering them economically, was really giving them tools for, to be more self-confident, to be seen by men in the community, including leaders, as economic actors, but then also people that had something interesting to say, so they were able to participate in local decisions, in local councils, and that was that was a virtuous cycle, because really both women and women were gaining self-confidence, and men were seeing them as their equal partners. The gender issue is not a priority in the climate negotiations. It is, we're talking mostly about adaptation, about finance, about mitigation, but we're talking about economic issues, about the poorest, the impacts of climate change on poorest populations. But it's seen as a social theme that is not a priority. I think achieving gender equality is not a zero-sum gain. That's also something that prevented people for advocating for it, because they felt that by giving power to women and girls, you were taking that away from men and boys, which is really not what gender equality is about. What we do is not to have a top-down approach, but really to work with communities, with local leaders, whether religious leaders, whether municipal leaders, to try to unpack the dynamics and tackle within what are the obstacles that remain on the way, and try to exchange it with them to show what would be the gains for their community if women and girls, if everybody had a way to participate, to voice their concerns, to be part of a local development. So it's really about raising awareness first, about the benefits of having more women, about having about exchanging between different parts of the communities, and then taking a step further in terms of how we challenge the existing norms, because some of them might not be fair, and then really changing the policies, changing the structures. So it's not something that happens overnight, and it has to be something that people want to take on. It's not about us imposing anything.